Good evening, everyone. This is Shylaja R. I'm the Senior Power BI Developer. Today, I'll be presenting you my report on US Tornado 2000 to 2021. From my childhood, I was always captivated by the news and stories about these tornadoes. I remember flipping through the newspapers and seeing the images of large buildings and towns which are like torn apart by these tornadoes. And I was wondering about the incredible power of these tornadoes and storms. My curiosity about the impact always stayed with me. They cause damage to property. Most importantly, they cause loss of life. They bring out the emotional trauma. They inflict the significant economic crisis and they provide environmental harm on the affected areas. But what can we do? They are the natural calamity, right? Can we have the power to control them or prevent them? Absolutely no, right? But what can we do? Can we harness the knowledge about the findings and can we use them for effective tornado presentation, tornado preparation for the future arrival? Absolutely. Here, I have used my data set to find the insights so that I can find the pattern of the tornadoes, like which years the tornadoes were peak and the states and the regions where the fatalities were more, so that we can use it for enhanced tornado preparation. Now, these are my KPIs, key performance indicators. I have my main KPI, tornado count, fatalities, injuries, average length, and average width of tornadoes. Mainly, I'm focusing on the first three as they are more useful to talk about this topic. I have my sub KPIs, year over year tornado count, year over year fatality. That is the changes year over year. Now, whenever the tornado count or fatalities or injuries, when they increase year over year, that is an alert, right? It should not happen. So I have used the red indicator for it. Whenever the sub KPIs drop the values, then I have used the green indicator for it. Now, this is my data model. I have my Excel source where I got my tornado data. I have my state region table to add the state dimension to it. I have my calendar table. I have my tornado impact table, which I have created mainly for the waterfall chart for my sub KPIs. Then, more importantly, I have my measures for tornado, which acts like a fact table. This I have used the complex DAX formulas, and these measures I have used in my KPIs and my sub KPIs. This is my dashboard, and these are the positive and negative insight. Before going to the positive and negative insight, this is my dashboard. As you can see, this is an interactive dashboard. I have my magnitude, which the user can interact, and I have my year, which we can interact and we can see the reports. I have my main KPIs and sub KPIs on the left, and I have my KPIs with the year. This is a line and cluster chart where I have used the drill down and drill up approach where I can drill down year to day. That is, I can drill down to the lowest granularity year. Then, most importantly, I have the decomposition tree. This is more important because this says me the fatalities, like how much life was affected. So I have the south region, as you can see here, 1,236 fatalities have happened in south region, in total of 1,649. And you can see the top states which got affected here for the year 2000 to 2021. Then I have my tornado impact, which is a waterfall chart. Then I have my region state with KPI. Here I have given a drill through with these two visualization. So whenever I can, if I click on the Midwest, you can see the fatalities corresponding to the Midwest, and you can see how they all are changing here. And then I have my tornado count by state map where I can click on the location, then I can get my KPIs and sub KPIs for these locations. For Texas, you can see there are 68 fatalities till now, and there were 2,689 tornadoes happening between 2000 to 2021. Now let's talk about the positive insight and negative insight here, and then we will go back to the slide. Okay, so you can see I have to do the drill down, and then in Mississippi, you can see my year-over-year tornado count, fatalities and injuries, they have dropped down 49%, 100%, and 90%. My fatalities is completely zero here. But when we compare it to 2011, you can see that there were tremendous increase, right? There were year over year for Mississippi, you can see it is like 135%, 950, and 16%. So in 2012, we can see a positive insight here. Similarly, in 2018, we have another positive insight, especially if you click on any south region, we can see here, let me drill down. So in 2018, if I click on the south region, you can see how the year-over-year tornado count, fatalities and injuries, they are dropping down here. So when we compare it to the previous year, which is the 2017, where all my sub KPI values are increasing. So these are some of the positive and negative insights. Mainly for the negative insight, my data set, if you see, there is a increase in the tornado count with some fluctuations. We can see here 2004, 2008, 2011, they are the year where we had more tornado count. And especially this 2011, you can see that my fatalities and injuries, they have increased over the decade. Like it is like 1,129% here. So when we compare it to the previous year, 2010. Now, the other thing is, yeah, let's see the pattern, how it is. So we have seen 2004, 2008, 2011, they are the major year of tornado. Now, when we see the pattern here, we can see the tornado count is more in quarter two, that is in April, May, June. So this happens for most of the years. So this is one of the findings. So what happens is these are the months we need to be more careful. And again, we have seen here the south region has more fatality increase, 96%. And we have some high risk states here. Similarly, in Midwest region, we can see the fatality is 88%. Again, we have some high risk state here where we have more tornado count. For example, when we click on the states, say Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, we can see that the fatality count, it gets increased. So these can be used for our tornado recommendation purpose. So we know the high risk states, high risk region, and we know the months which we need to be more careful. Now, based on that, we can do the recommendation. Now, let me go back to the slide. So we already discussed about the positive and negative insight here. So let's see about this. We already discussed this in our deployment. Now, knowing about the high risk state and the months, we have to be careful. What we can do, we can enhance the tornado alert for these months, in particularly in these states. We can have tornado sirens. We can do it advancedly, like we can have mobile communication, mobile alert, and we can engage with some local authorities, meteorological service, weather service, and FEMA, government service, so that we can come up with an effective tornado response plan. Then we can strengthen the buildings which are prone to these tornadoes. And we can practice evacuation drills. We can conduct an awareness campaign, all that. But why we are doing this? Tornadoes are something which we cannot prevent, but we can have some protection measure for it. Mainly our focus is to mitigate the impact of tornado and to reduce the potential loss of life and property. Thank you so much. Hope you like my presentation.